guys how I took this volatility 75 index trade, and I spoke about it in the live session the last time, our last live session. So I'll be showing you the breakdown, how I took the trade, why I took the trade, and what I saw, and how you can also use this to take trades that are profitable like this. All right. So now I will not use my main chart, but this is the setup. So I'll just go to a clean area so that I can show you what I saw. Right. So let me use my all right, okay, all right. So this is the setup, right? Now, so I'll just remove all this, right? I'll remove all this. So what do we want to look out for, right? What are we looking out for? We're looking out for this our setup, right? A sweep of an eye, break of structure, second break of structure, then structural liquidity. Then we set from our liquidity engineering or our POI above, maybe our order block or something. So that is basically what for a sell. This is what we want to look out for, right? We want to see the sweep of this structural liquidity out, then we want to sell. First of all, we see our sweep of this eye. Then we want to see a break of structure to the downside. Then we want to see a second break of structure that gave us that structural liquidity. So basically, this is what we want to see, right? Now, if you look at what happened on the 4-hour time frame, or the daily time frame, let's not go too far. So on the daily time frame, like you guys know what I trade, basically, this is the validation, this is the invalidation, right? Now, for those of you that don't understand what validation and invalidation is, when I say validation, basically that it has validated that we're on a downtrend, right? Taking out a low is validating that we're on a downtrend, which is also known as BOS, right? So I'll just take that out and show you the BOS, right? This is it, the break of structure to the down. But now on this time frame, you might not clearly see a sweep, but I can clearly see a sweep here. But then again, that's not my emphasis. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame to show you clearly what I saw on the 4-hour, right? So previously, we saw we've seen this break of structure to the down, right? Like this, a clear break of structure. Well, you know that, okay, after a break of structure, what do? You take your fib from the low to the high, right? And everywhere above here is where you want to, above your 50% is where you want to look out for yourselves, right? Now, this is where you want to look out for yourselves. Now, where in this area will you look for yourselves? Now, this is where up. So, like I was explaining, now if you have watched my video on the area of liquidity, right, you know that first of all, I'm looking for my clean shift. So this was the first major shift that happened. If you look at it, you see this was higher low. Then you can even this could be our first shift. Let me even adjust it up. Then change your character. So this here, our first shift. You agree with me? So now I know that from that up to the up, that's where I want to look out for my trade. Now, if you look at this on the 1-hour time frame, it will not be clear. On the 1-hour time frame, what I saw basically was a clean sweep of this eye, right? Clean sweep of that eye. Then this is the second break of structure that gave us this structural liquidity that we used for that eye. And this is our protected eye. So our setup is basically complete. What we want to look out for is basically complete, right? Now, but where do you enter your trade from? So that was why I now said that, okay, I know that, okay, this is the liquidity engineering, right? This eye is liquidity engineering. So when price reacted off from there, what I wanted to see, let me go to the 4-hour now. On the live session, the last live session, if you watch, I told them, I said that we've seen a break of structure to the downside like this, and what are we now expecting? We've seen a break of structure to the downside, and we've seen a second, although this one is not a clean break of structure, which I knew that once that one is because it was retracing back up, or it was around the SF, but I knew that it needed to form, the market needed to form my structure, my complete structure, which is my structural liquidity like this. Then I'll now wait for this one, then I'll drop. So what I now waited for was to wait for this to be taken out. As this was taken out, remember we had our sweep here, our clean sweep here. So you can go to the 1 hour time frame. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, what I now waited for was to, now if you look at, let me show you a secret. If you look at this, you see that in this place there's still another smaller setup here. So I knew that this I will definitely be taken out because it will be used for structural liquidity. So that was how I marked out this I again as an internal liquidity that needs to be taken out. Then that was my trade. So if you look at first on the 1 hour, I was waiting for this other block and price didn't get to that level. But if you look at the 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, the other block was just sitting right here. And I told you about the open close levels, right? That's another block being the closing price of a candle. So that level was the perfect level for me. And that was how I took this trade. And it's at TP. So this is how to trade this setup. You see, you're trading calculatively, you understand? You are calculating your trade, you have entries and you have setups that you can be conservative about. You see the impulse. Now imagine you don't have, at first you don't have, you were not so sure that you take yourselves from here. But after this whole thing again played out, you see, you will be more confident to take your trade from here. So that's it, guys. Please subscribe, like, share, follow for more content like this. If you want to understand this concept, you can reach out to me. My Telegram channel is open, my WhatsApp is open, you can join. And also, if you want to learn how to trade this, DM me for mentorship. Is just $100, right? I'll teach you the concept and you start trading like this and catching good setup like this. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. God bless you. So this is the this is my setup where I use. If you look, the main O1C, this is where my setup is. So if you look, these are my actual setup is, and this is the entry and this is the exit, right? So yeah, guys. So thank you so much. See you on the next one. Bye.